Hello and welcome to my presentation on American Apparel's Hurricane Sandy Sale E-Blast Marketing Fail. My name is Krista Myers. In October of 2012, Hurricane Sandy, unofficially known as Superstorm Sandy, was a Category 3 storm when it made landfall to Cuba. By the time it swept the Atlantic shoreline on October 29th, it had decreased to a Category 2 hurricane, but ultimately became the largest Atlantic hurricane on record with winds spanning 1,100 miles. According to Wikipedia, at least 233 people were killed along the path of the storm in 8 countries, with damage estimates of over $68 billion just for the U.S. According to Fashionista.com, on October 29th, before the hurricane hit the East Coast and devastated the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic regions, American Apparel sent out an e-blast to promote a special sale available to customers in states on Sandy's path. The states were highlighted in red on the promotional image used in the e-blast and included Connecticut, Delaware, Massachusetts, North Carolina, New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, Virginia, and Maryland. The kicker here was that both the promotional tagline used for the sale, along with the promo code to use for the discount, both of these were considered unethical. The tagline itself read, "In case you're bored during the storm," and then the promo code to enter was called Sandy Sale. Now, this immediately translated into a social media storm all of its own, with Twitter users bashing the company for taking advantage of this devastation circumstance in order to increase their sales. Here's an example of some responses taken from Forbes.com. At Buzz Bishop tweeted, "American Apparel will soon be hiring a new marketing director. Yes, they just email blasted a Hurricane Sandy sale." At Whitney Hess tweeted, "I just received a Hurricane Sandy sale email blast from American Apparel. I will forever boycott their stores. Retweet if you're with me." And at Copy Blogger tweeted, "An American Apparel Hurricane Sandy sale? Which 22-year-old genius intern came up with this one?" This is a string of tweets taken from Twitter user Whitney Hess's page, and as you can see, people are completely outraged that at American Apparel for trying to capitalize on a natural disaster that took the lives of so many and then devastated countless homes and regions on top of that. What's worse is that it took a full 24 hours for representatives of the company to even respond to countless requests for comments about their actions. So let's take a look at the company's official comments defending the actions of this promotion. CEO Dav Charney had little remorse over American Apparel's marketing team disaster, saying, "I don't think our marketing guys made a mistake. Part of what you want to do in these events is keep the wheels of commerce going. People shopped on it. We generated tens of thousands of dollars from the sale, but we'll probably lose $1 million from this storm event at a minimum. We're here to sell clothing. I'm sleeping well at night knowing this was not a serious matter." Are you kidding me? Now, the next one is from a company rep. This company rep had a bit more compassion with this statement originally made to Fashionista that says, "Of course, we'd never mean to offend anyone, and when we put the email out yesterday, it came from a good place. People forget how expensive it is to run a made-in-USA brand like American Apparel, and if we made a mistake here, it came from the good place of trying to keep the machine going for the sake of our employees and stakeholders." Speaking of stakeholders, who are the stakeholders affected by the decision to run this promotion? Well, obviously, the biggest publics at stake are the consumers and the reputation of American Apparel. Other stakeholders include the friends and family members of the storm's victims, along with the company's employees and their families as well. Now, as far as ethical norms that were violated via the AMA, all 3 of the AMA's ethical norms were violated in the decision to promote the sale. The first one is do not harm. This means consciously avoiding harmful actions or omissions by embodying high ethical standards. By promoting the sale, American Apparel caused mental harm to those affected by the devastation of the storm, thereby rendering their marketing decision as unethical. The second ethical norm on fostering trust goes against good faith and fair dealing, and that the promotion deceptively took advantage of consumers under extreme duress and unable to leave their homes at that during a time of crisis. And then the third ethical norm is violated because it's hard to enhance consumer confidence, rather, in marketing through core values that are completely disregarded. These core values include honesty, responsibility, fairness, respect, transparency, and citizenship. And it's hard to conceive of, during a promotion such as this. All 6 ethical values were violated through this very promotion as well. Honesty, because taking advantage of people's situation is in fact deceptive in dealings with customers and stakeholders. Responsibility, because the CEO clearly didn't take any responsibility for the actions of his company. Fairness, because the needs of the buyer and the interest of the seller were not balanced here justly in any way, shape, form. Here the seller clearly had the advantage over the buyers. Respect, because there was zero consideration for the dignity of the consumers in this case. Transparency, because there was no acceptance on the company's end for criticism of the consumers and stakeholders. And finally, citizenship, because by capitalizing on the vulnerability of consumers, American Apparel was not contributing to the overall betterment of marketing and its reputation. Now, in complete fairness, American Apparel wasn't the only business to capitalize on Hurricane Sandy. However, there are certainly other options that would have strengthened their image while padding their bottom line at the same time. Now, their best course of action would have been to start a relief fund on their website using a donation button that went directly to FEMA or even the Red Cross. From there, they could have created an appropriate hashtag, maybe Apparel Gives Back. Generate a promo code at the time of donation so that consumers can then use that code for discounts on purchases. And from there, track that hashtag to give away, X amount of gift cards to those that tweeted it. This promotion would have been a win-win for all stakeholders involved without hurting anybody's feelings whatsoever or damaging their image on top of that. Thank you for watching my presentation on American Apparel's Hurricane Sandy Sale E-Blast Marketing Fail. My name is Krista Myers.